Do you want to know how to mix pattern paper? Which ones go together? This is the video for you. Hi, welcome crafty friends. I'm Dawn, creator of DD Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple duplicatable cards that you'll enjoy making over and over with confidence that you can do it. They're that simple. So today we're going to solve the mystery of how to mix our pattern papers. I want you to watch at least till step 4 when you get the condensed Reader's Digest version, okay? Come on in and let's make a card as we talk. All right, get you all lined up, get my little props out of the way. Now, let's cut a base. Let me get all my little goodies out. This one we're gonna have and cut so it opens top to bottom versus side to side, all right? So top to bottom. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut the regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper at 4 1/4. So it's gonna be 4 1/4 by 11, and then fold it right in half or score it at 5 1/2. So fold in half or score it, 5 1/2. That is your base. So I'm actually gonna put it aside for now because we're gonna work on some layers. I am gonna use a base layer to attach everything to. So this base layer is your step 2, and cut this at 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 this way by 4. So this is gonna be the base layer, and this is gonna be how we connect the dots, so to speak, with our patterned paper. Now, I'm gonna cut 3 pieces of patterned paper. The first layer is going to be 5 by 3 3/4. The second piece is going to be 4 by 3, and then my third piece is 3 by 2. Those are the measurements for your 3 pieces of designer series paper or patterned paper. Now, this is what we were talking about. How do we know which ones to pick? Well, what you want to do ideally is have a suite of paper, a package of paper, and with Fun Stamper's Journey on the back of these papers, it tells you which solid colors go with it. So I knew, because this is the Daffodil Afternoon paper that you can actually get for free. Today's the last day. I knew this would match all of these because the package of paper told me so. Now, I said celebration ends today, February 28th, 2022. You can get free products with each increment of 50 order. I'll put all the links in the description, plus links to individual products, so you could go directly there. Yes, I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and if you don't already have a demonstrator yet, pick me, pick me. I'd love to help you pick out your crafty needs for your craft arsenal. So we've cut out our DSPs. We talked about the first step is using from one package of paper. So this one is the afternoon. So you can see on the back, here's more flowers. There's a little plaid, flower plaid, flower plaid. So let's go look at all flowers, then flip over to the back. So let's do some mixing and matching. So that's how I knew these would all match, right? So now, if you would like more videos like this one, all you need to do is hit the subscribe button right now while you're thinking of it for the simple duplicatable cards and lots of tips and tricks. And don't worry about subscribing, you guys. No one contacts you and your name is not made public. It's very, very private. Now, again, step 4, we're going to adhere all these layers down. And I'm not going to adhere them down perfectly like this. I had a little thought that would make it fun for us. No, I want that one to show, and I'm going to share that with you. I thought it'd be fun if we adhere it down. I'm going to call it crooked, but angled. Let me put our little cutter out of the way, my paper trimmer, and move this more to the center because I really want you to see it. Now, well, I'll tell you in a minute. So with my base, the first layer, I'm going to adhere down. I'm putting this corner to the top edge of my bottom layer, and I've got to make sure, I'm going to make it crooked, but make sure all my angles are inside this layer. So let's do that right now. And yes, we're going to adhere it flat. Nope. This one, let's do this one flat, and then I've got a couple tricks for you. So this is the step 4 where I'm going to share one of the ways, let me add a little more glue there, that we can work with pattern paper so it will work. The first trick was what I shared, is that if you get them from the same color family, and even when I say color family, you need at least one color of all your pieces to match each other. So in this case, it's my Flirty Flamingo layer base layer, bottom layer, and my base card. There's some Flirty Flamingo here. There is some in my flowers, well actually those flowers, and then some in my plaid. So this one color goes throughout every piece of different paper. So that's one of the tricks to know this paper's gonna look great together. Now, to layer pattern on pattern on pattern, here's for trick number 1 I wanted to teach you. Dimensionals. What? Yep, we're gonna pop these little suckers up. And when you add dimension between pattern papers, it solves the world's issues. I am adding a lot, and that's okay. So let me get my little heifers off, because you'll see, and you've seen, I've shared with you before, kind of a shadow effect, but just by lifting the pattern paper, designer series paper, off the other designer series paper, top or bottom, let's go this way. I am gonna angle this one, same thing, making sure all my corners don't extend beyond the edge of my bottom layer. Now look, didn't that lift it off, and it's given a little bit of separation from the first color. We're gonna angle this one as well. So again, we're gonna add some dimensionals. So now you know 2 secrets to success for working and matching your pattern paper. Because that is a dilemma, isn't it? What matches? How do we mix it? What goes with what? All right, this I'm going to go in the opposite direction. And do I want it like that? I think I do. Just to have a little bit of repetition. I go a little higher. Okay, so this is precious. So far, so good. So this, you have 2 tips now. Choose at least one color. Make sure one color is throughout all 3 of your pattern pieces. And then the little technique is to use your dimensional between your layers. That is your tip 1. Tip 2, technically 2 tips. So we've adhered these down with our dimensionals, and that was your step 4. So now we're gonna do step 5, which is to die cut a sentiment for this. So I've got my little sentiment ready. I'm gonna use black because we're using so many pretty colors. I really want the pretty sentiment to just stand out. Beautiful. So I had pre-cut one of the little baby Stitched So Sweetly labels. And I'm gonna see how stinking cute it looks. I think I'm gonna put it here, so I am gonna need a little dimensional in on one of the corners. Down this way. And then I'm gonna put some glue because I'm gonna do it. Let me glue this down so I don't mess myself up. This bottom layer, and you can adhere this flat, you guys, to your base. You did not need this second layer. I like the looks of it. And for me, it was helping me with my, I would have glued that, well, I guess technically it would not have been upside down. I'll show you why I turned that over in a minute. All right, I wanted to do that because I want to do my sentiment so it's not crooked. Did I take that off? I did. Da, da, da. All right, I'm eyeballing and hesitating because I want to make sure it gets glued down where I want it. You know what I'm seeing? I need one more dimensional. Let me see if I can sneak one in there. And I'll tell you why. Because I layered 2 layers with dimensionals, my little sentiment, and it would be okay, but it's a little too flat in the corner. So I'm actually going to stack my dimensionals as I shut off before I adhered it down. But thankfully, much better. I'm feeling better about it. So let's go ahead and put some bling on it. We're going to put some pearls because we can, because they're gorgeous. And they're just going to be so pretty with this particular card. Oh, let's put one on the sentiment. I don't know why, but I love it right there. And let's do one more. You always want 3s, you guys. So I'm going to put it a little bit up top. Too far. All right, that is it. Ta-da! So with this one card, you've learned 2 of the techniques. So what I want to do is bring in a second card I've made to teach you your 3rd technique, how to mix pattern paper. Now, if you're having fun and you're learning something, would you go boop and hit the like button and just show me some love? I'd so appreciate it. Now, the designer series paper I'm using with these 2 cards are the rainbow paper and the daffodil delight, and both are free. However, today's the last day. So if you wanted this paper tomorrow, you cannot get it. It disappears and goes away, and we're gonna miss it. So I want you to have it, because you're gonna see me using it again. And it's gorgeous paper and it's free. So this technique, this I did in the rainbow paper. This is our daffodil delight. What I did with this, because I did not use dimensionals, everything is flat. However, here's how I got the dimension. Layers, solid color layers. So my bright pink, I think it's Magenta Madness, it is my base. And then, I think it's So Saffron, I did a layer. Then I did a pattern, and this is from the rainbow. And then if you notice, I've got a tag from a tag punch. I love that one. I use it often, even for my Christmas gift tags. So I tied the bow through the little hole, but can you see what I did? I punched out 2 of the labels, one in a solid color Magenta Madness and one in a different pattern of the rainbow paper, and then tied a bow around it. So again, I'm separating this pattern from the layer pattern. Then I punched out a Stitch So Sweetly label and put a 3rd pattern on top, and then a label with a sentiment, and then my 3 baby pearls. Excuse me. And I'm using pearls because you can get this ribbon for free this month, and you can get the pearls for free this month from me. And I'm going to put how you can do that in the description section. However, actually today's the last day. Yep. So I'll put that in the description. You'll get my card kits, you'll get the free ribbon, you'll get the bling, either or. So your 3 tips. Let's tie it all up with a bow. Literally is to use 3, no more, no less, pattern papers. You could use 2. I'm going to say 1, 2, or 3. I like stopping at 3. Then either watch your papers so you get some geometrics and some print, in this case the flowers, or go tone on tone. You know how some prints it's tone on tone. It's a print, but it's tone on tone. Lovely. Or it's a solid color with some white or ivory pattern. Lovely. That will blend very nicely. Instead of having 3 loud flower, flower, flower. And then at least 1 color in all of your 3 pieces have to match each other. So we've got Magenta Madness and the So Saffron in this pattern, this pattern, this pattern. And then my Flirty Flamingo in the solid, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern. So those are your 3 tips, how to mix your pattern paper. And I hope this was so helpful for you. It's a dilemma a lot of people struggle with, and you now have 3 tips in your arsenal to use when you're making your cards and wanting and loving to mix the pattern paper. This is my host code, February. Today's the last day to use it. Go ahead and use the host code. Again, I'll put it in the links when you're ordering today because I want you to get all the free stuff. Now, I hope you have watched the marathon of videos this week. I've started on Friday. Today is Monday, February 28th, 2022, and then tomorrow is the last of the binge watching videos. And tomorrow is Tuesday tip day. So come back and I'll have some tips and tricks for your card making techniques. Thank you for crafting with me, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye now.